Sunsets like a Ferris wheel on a world that spins too fast to feel. I'm coming home. This is where I choose to roam. I found a home. I may go crazy, but I'm not alone. I'm coming home. This is where I choose to roam. I found a home. I may go crazy, but I won't be alone.
Hello, fugitive movers? I was waiting for you at 10 o'clock last night. When you said you would be there, I waited till midnight as a matter of fact.
More threats from the serial tree killer. Hello, Nick. Joanne. Fine, thanks. You? Nick, we just received something here at the Buzz that I think you should have a look at. We'll meet you at the latest victim.
You must be Kate. Boy, am I glad you're here.
You must be Archie. We'll have our first chat on the way there.
Like about ethics?
The role of advertisers in modern journalism.
Accuracy in reporting.
Photos that are in focus. What is it that poisons them?
A liquid solution, copper sulfide probably. Exhibit A.
Mrs. Bruyère's tree is the latest victim, I see.
What's going on here?
I'm afraid the tree killer has struck again, Mrs. Bruyère.
Oh no, my poor tree. What is this world coming to? No one appreciates beauty anymore. It's Herman. I told you all along, Officer Kierkegaard, you'll just have to arrest him. Why would someone go around killing trees? But don't just stand there, arrest him.
Well, excuse me, ladies. I'll just run a check on this document here for fingerprints. Good day.
I just thought of something. I'll meet you later.
I never did nothing to nobody. It's Isabel you gotta worry about. Never done an honest day's work in her life. Not that a woman should, mind you, she just hasn't. She don't know the first thing about what life's really about.
And?
Well, I'll tell you, Miss Tilden, I'm sick and tired of these accusations. It's not my fault that Don's a nutcase. Isabel, too. Someone's always pointing fingers my way. And them leaves, huh? There's enough to drive you crazy. Look, I got a bad back, and all I'm trying to do is keep my yard nice and clean. And him and his stupid tree is just come.
So, you think it could be Mrs. Bruyère?
Well, she could be the one. I don't know, those cars of hers, she's always polished and shine and buffing. Bit weird if you ask me.
Would you stop with the complaining and whining already? Everything's gonna be all right.
I think one of the ads deleted. Besides, Stewart's was the one for the greenhouse. We can't let that get out on the street if we want to get the job with them.
Don't worry, we got such a good package here, they'll be begging us to do their homepage design for them.
I think I'm gonna go hunt him out again tonight.
Who?
The serial tree killer.
Would you give it a break?
No, come with me. Together we can crack this case.
No can do, Archie.
Why not?
It's your war. I just want to get this homepage thing going.
What is the connection? First Donald's house, Then that house over on Diefenbaker Avenue, and now Mrs. Brier's. What is the connection?
Maybe everyone next door to them had no trees.
Good thinking. Let's look for the neighborhood for yards with no trees.
You won't find many of those around here. Sorry, Jimmy Olsen, I'm on a hypertext roll here. You're on your own. Maybe I'll come flying in at the last minute and save your hide.
Just like old times.
Yeah. Old times.
You don't seem so happy about it.
I don't know, Stu. I thought I was coming up here to a fun new job and the security of a great old friend. You seem to be moving 10 light years ahead of me.
Well, Kate, old friend. Is that how old friends act, not calling when they can't make a date?
I'm really sorry about last night. You're right. So much has happened since I got here. And you know what? I think Archie's really onto something. Even though we deleted your ad. Sorry about that, too. Seem to be saying sorry a lot.
You are beautiful.
And no, Stuart.
I live here too, you know.
Yeah, right. Sorry. Again.
Good night, Kate Tilton. I know I may have been a jerk in the past, but I've changed. Give me a chance. Good night, Kate. Hey, John. Time to christen your new haunt.
Hey, Stewie.
Hey, Dana, can I do a late night load?
Absolutely. Bye, Sammy.
Night.
Hey, got 2 glasses?
So there I was. Glad, Sammy, have a seat. Scotch?
No thanks.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
So, there I was.
Listen to this. This is great.
Yeah, go.
Way up over the rainforest, just before the monsoons or whatever they call the rains down there. A dozen lightning strike my plane and knock one of my engines out. So there I was, 200 miles from my destination, with 300 kilos of white powder in my cargo chute. And that ain't sugar, Sammy. And no place to land. And then I saw this road that had been cleared, slashed and burned, actually. And I knew what I had to do. I landed on this little cleared road. It still had the stumps of dead trees sticking out of it. Well, about 10 minutes later, I'm still pretty shaken up. This cop comes up to me from out of nowhere and he says, "Capitan Stuartos." And I answered him respectfully as my military training dictated, and I said, "Sí, mi Capitan." And he says,
Vámonos.
and that means come on in Spanish. And he takes me to this chopper. It's got 10 guys with bazookas and bazookas and Uzis, and they start loading my stuff out of my plane into this chopper, and off we go. They blindfold me and take me to this villa in the middle of nowhere, where we dance till dawn with beautiful women while a 10-piece band played. Senor Capitan took a shine to me, and for my bravery, for landing in the middle of the rainforest. We had a ceremony, and he pinned me with one of his medals and slipped me an envelope filled with a water catch. That, my friends, is when I got out of that racket and bought me the Suds cocktail.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Joanne sent me some back copies of the Buzz. Lots of school photos and gardening tips. And that expose on the bake sale in Besler.
Mrs. Newman from Pearson Avenue. to pay off her credit card bills. Who would have thought? No offense, but you left Toronto to work on the Bytown buzz.
No. I left Toronto for a lot of reasons. The main one being I just didn't like it there anymore. It was like a slithering worm pile where you work damn hard to climb to the top, only to find out that there wasn't anything there except for the other worms squirming around below you. You can't tell the other worms that there's nothing there, so you just keep climbing.
Or you see the light, ride down relieved and make room for another worm.
And move to Ottawa, across the hall from an old friend, and take a new job. So, what's with John anyway? He seemed like a together guy when I met him with Stewie in Toronto a few years back.
I don't know. He seems to be blaming a family curse for his downslide. He lost his post teaching at the university, his practice, most of his money, all since the canal thawed. To me, it sounds like a lot of bull. Not taking responsibility for himself. Sorry, can't pay my rent, it's the ghost's fault. Sorry, can't see any patients today, that darn ghost again.
Hey! Hey!
Hey, Archie, want a wiener?
Man, I just saw him again. He had a gun.
We heard the wolves.
When here are the foxes.
You know, the full moon inspires strange things in people. When I used to work at the hospital, the ER used to be packed on nights like this.
John, you remember Kate?
Kate?
John's got a dead chick in his car.
You go cruising in the morgue, John?
Dead lady, where are you?
All right, hey, let's not joke about ghosts. Lucy's real.
If I had to be haunted, I'd want to be visited by Jim Morse. In his early days.
Brad Pitt.
He's alive.
That's what I mean.
John, what you need is a nubile young candy striper.
No, not my style.
Hey, I'm stuck. Whoa, stop tickling!
That reminds me of another time. I was flying low over the jungles in Mexico, and I happened to take a look into the window. You would not believe what I saw.
McKean Loeb Glebe is proud to sponsor the Bytowners. We've been serving the needs of Glebe residents for over 50 years. McKean Loeb Glebe, we're cooking together. The Bytowners is funded in part by Rogers Cable Systems, proud supporters of community television.
Kate.
Hello?
Yeah, your movers are here.
Yeah, right. I'll be right down.
Sammy, I said bacon, not sausage. That's the second time today.
You said sausage.
You're dreaming. Kate, what can I get you?
Coffee and an orange juice, please.
Yikes, what's with her? Yo, Indiana Jones.
Kate, your movers.
Oh, yeah, right.
You put sausage in all these orders. I said bacon. Man, what are you grinning at?
Oh, no, you guys don't have to help me move.
Hey, pas problem.
Get used to it.
Whoever's behind this shot out the light so he wouldn't be seen.
Or she.
Or she. You know, we only got one set of prints from that package that you gave me, Joanne. Found it in our files from 1973. Joanne's.
Oh my God.
Seems your assistant editor has a bit of a past.
Oh, that a little scrape with the law.
Yeah, busted in the largest and wildest club in Hull.
My husband was a fun-loving man. It was the swinging 70s.
Joanne, I'm impressed.
Moments before the police raided the place, we heard through the grapevine that it was about to happen. We tried to make her get away out the back door and walked right into a waiting paddy wagon. We probably should have just left by the front door.
Don't know why the tree killer chose this site next.
Oh, what is the connection? What do all the homes have in common? Archie checked out all the yards with no trees last night, but that didn't work out.
Well, ladies, if you'll excuse me, I've got some investigation to do. Well, listen, better tell Archie to keep his nose out of these affairs.
We didn't want a vigilante group rounding up a posse.
Certainly not. Good day.
Bye.
You're awfully quiet today.
A bit tired.
A bit hungover is more like it. Come on, I know the best cure for that.
Bytown Buzz.
Next time, it'll be lights out for you.
Serial tree killer.
Hit *69. Last caller.
Oh. Doesn't that cost $1?
Ain't you the big city, big time spender?
Hello.
It's a machine. A woman's. It's Isabel.
I think it's time we paid her a little visit.
The usual, please.
Hey, what's up?
Just this. We lost the greenhouse webpage gig. Simon doesn't care because he doesn't need the cash. What a fiasco. The only good thing to come out of this is that we're on the Great Green Girls mailing list.
You know, I've been thinking about the serial tree killer case.
Yeah, if I could just solve it, I'd be exonerated.
Hannibal Lecter said, "We covet what is right in front of us." From Silence of the Lambs. You know where Jodie Foster's training to be an FBI agent?
Right. What we see in front of us.
Every day. And she went back to the scene of the first crime.
Gee, wasn't Donald's tree
the first victim?
But Donald doesn't have any motive. All he cares about is old buildings. You should see his museum. It's like a little shop of horrors.
I'll go check it out. You cover for me.
What?
You! I'm sick of your friggin' trees. The branches are dropping like flies, and the leaves are suffocating the grass and clogging up the pores of my soil. My perennials are in worse shape than the Oilers after Gretzky defected.
Well, if you were going around murdering innocent trees...
What do you care about trees, you mortar and limestone lover? All you care about is houses. Stinking, rotten houses. My poor daffodils are dying from the shade that your rotten trees throwing on them.
Let me tell you about your daffodils.
And my lovely irises, they're going the way of all flesh. Oh, your rotten houses. And what about that house of horrors you got upstairs?
Horrors that
What's
you
in there?
refer to
Gargoyles.
is my home.
I'm going to call the
Been
sun.
in the
Yes,
family
I'm
for
going to call the sun.
generations.
And even then I still call the police.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Greer.
Afternoon.
Fine day for washing the cars.
It is at that. If only it weren't for all that racket.
I hope there's a big storm and a tree comes crashing down on your precious heritage home.
Oh, grass lover! I'll show you real beauty.
Where is that cornice from that column? Oh, hello.
This is a lovely museum you have here.
Oh, this is a sacred collection of my life's work. It's tragic how people are today. They don't understand the importance of preserving our architectural splendors. There is such intricate beauty in this.
Very pretty.
The craftsmen spent months pondering the aesthetic value, plotting the fluidity of the line, the interplay of light and shadow that spoke volumes to every man and woman who passed by. And this is all that's left. A clinging vine of ivy dug its tentacles into the column and pulled it down, destroying it.
Look, I gotta go after her. She's like putting herself in a potentially dangerous situation.
Nope. You said you'd cover for her. Live with it.
I'm a journalist, not a waitress.
With your reporting skills, I'd consider a new career in bussing tables. Damn it, Jim, I'm a cook, not a waitress.
What is it they all have in common?
Men and their toys. First, my husband and these cars I gotta wash every day. With Herman, it's his stupid yard. And Donald, his precious old buildings. I'm getting sick and tired of it all. I'm gonna sell these old cars and move to Greece.
Yes, that's it. They're all old buildings.
What's that, dear?
The scene of every crime has been a heritage home being restored by Donald.
Trees and their roots, they insinuate themselves into every nook and cranny, degenerating the foundation, compromising the substructure, creeping into the basement and laying waste to everything. The beauty, the order, the balance, the symmetry that architecture represents. Taking the baseness of humanity and giving it structure. Architecture is the civilizing force of humankind, raising us above the beasts of the earth. Dana, you, I know you. You're Nick Kierkegaard's daughter. I want to talk to you. Hey, stop! Stop thief! Stop that woman! Hey, you! I want to talk to you. Oh.
Hey!
Hey!
Dana!
You! Stop!
McKean Loeb Glebe is proud to sponsor the Bytowners. We've been serving the needs of Glebe residents for over 50 years. McKean Loeb Glebe, we're cooking together. The Bytowners is funded in part by Rogers Cable Systems, proud supporters of community television.
Kate, I want you to approve this article, my final article on the serial tree killer. It's for next week's issue.
It's good to see you learning the finer points of journalism.
So when does Bytown's Hannibal Lecter get out of the hospital?
The doctors say he has a mild concussion. He'll be out in a few days, just in time to face the music.
Those were some pretty wild maneuvers he did there.
Yeah, you're like all three Charlie's Angels in one. I owe you big time. Maybe we can catch a flick sometime. My treat?
Sure.
Oh, what a day. Movers, murderers, and a wicked hangover. It's time for a vacation.
It's time to hit the sack.
Yeah?
Sunsets like a Ferris wheel on a world that spins too fast to feel in the arms of a foreign town. It's all too strange. It's time to turn things round. I'm coming home. set my feet on a new place, a world that's not skin deep. All around, I wander through these streets and find myself where I wanted to be. I found a home. I may go crazy, but I won't be alone.
From when I first spoke with Karen Pickles at Rogers about doing the Bytowners to completion was about a year. We spent 4 months intensively over the summer, first writing the scripts and then producing the show, shooting it. So yeah, it's been almost a year now.
One of the scenes that I enjoyed the most was when we were actually filming in the alley next to Rogers. It was late at night. We'd tried setting up in an alley downtown a little earlier in the evening, and we realized we were just going to be too noisy for the people who lived around the alley. So we found the alley next door to Rogers and set up, and the guys were sitting on the hood of the car and howling, and it was just a really nice atmosphere.
That's one of the great things about working on it was the people, getting close to them and learning about them.
I hope it comes out as a good finished product. Again, we put in a lot of hours, so I hope it turns out all right.